So what is up, guys? And today we're going to be bringing an update to the Evil Eye deck. It's been, let's say, a hot minute since this deck has been updated, and I figured why not make it a little more competitive and see how it does. And because, the ban list just dropped, a lot of things are just all over the place. Might as well test it out and see how it goes. And for a control-style deck that wants to push for an OTK at the end, it's really good. I mean, so without further ado, let's just get into it. Now, first off, we have, of course, 3 Cyril, the Watcher of the Evil Eye. He's like your main monster. So when he's normal summon, you can add an Evil Eye card from your deck in your hand, so he's the searcher of the deck. And this card is equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene, which is the equipped spell, as we'll get into later. You can target one special summon your monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So unfortunately, it does target me, and popping a special summon monster is pretty good. It's a pretty good disruption on normal summon, so not too terrible. And then once per turn during your next game, after this effect was activated, you can destroy one card you control, which most likely won't happen. But we have 3 of him. He's like your main commitments to your summon, because he does your searching. Now the rest of the monsters are pretty much 2 elves for the rest of the deck, well, the archetype anyway. We have 2 Medusa. She's cool. Say when this card is normal summon, you can target one Evil Eye card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So she's your recycler. She adds things back from the graveyard to your hand, which is cool, especially when you want to go in that grind game. It's really good. Then, say quick effect. You can target one monster your opponent's graveyard and banish it. So, pretty good. I mean, she has to be equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene, but still, that's really good graveyard disruption. Stuns your opponents in the graveyard, especially with a lot of decks that are graveyard-oriented these days. That effect is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Then we have the other 2 Evil Eyes. We have 2 Basilisks and 2... I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. But they're basically free bodies. Both have the... say Basilisk, you can special summon him if you control an Evil Eye monster, so it's a free extender. Obviously, you can special summon him once per turn. Then during your main phase, you can send one Evil Eye spell trap card from your deck to the graveyard. So it allows you to Foolish Burial Goods, basically, for the deck. And then, say, Cacho... I give up already. You can target one Evil Eye spell or trap you control once until the end next turn. It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect, so it allows you to protect your field spell, it allows you to protect your Evil Eye cards. Pretty good. Then also you control an Evil Eye monster other than itself. While its cards in the graveyard, you can special summon it, but banish it leaves when when it leaves the field. So he can come, say float himself back if he's like used off his Link water or something. So pretty good. They're good. They're mostly in here for the Link climbing for our big Evil Eye Link monsters, but besides that, their effects are pretty niche and pretty cool. The last 3 monsters, of course, are hand traps. 3 Ash, it's generic, it hits both the meta and the rogue. A lot of rogue gonna be running around, well, because there is no meta right now. I mean, obviously, the old meta decks will be holding on to their top spots and try to hold out, but say Ash Blossom is definitely going to hit a lot of decks right now that's running around in the format, so definitely 3 Ash with that. Next, we're going to go to our spells. Now, we have the Evil Eye of Selene. It's your big main centric equipped spell. Can only be equipped to an Evil Eye monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, so it gives a lot of protection to your cards, especially once you get your big Evil Eye Link monster out. It really gives it nice protection it definitely needs. Then each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equipped monster gains 500, and if it does, you'll lose 500 life points. So you basically gain up attack, but you'll lose life points. It's also permanent if it leaves the field, so that's pretty good. Then, if this is in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000. Then you can banish one Evil Eye spell from your graveyard, except for itself, and then so you can reset this. So it thankfully has a way to say bring itself back, which is really good. Then the other weaker counterpart to it, it's Evil Eye Garganino. Same premise. You can only equip to an Evil Eye monster. You can only activate one Evil Eye, say Garganio. Once per turn, it becomes Evil Eye of Selene when it's in the spell and trap card zone. While your life points are lower than the then your opponent's, the equipped monster gains the attack is different. So if you're down on light points, especially if it's controlled deck and you're getting beat up by a combo variant deck, you can give your monsters a big boost to counteract something. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard and discard one Evil Eye card, add one Evil Eye spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So it's just a way when it's off the field, you can just get more resources off in it. So it's really good in that, let's say, grind game, let's say, hence control state. Next, we have our field spell, Evil Eye, let's say Pelidolia. I'm probably butchering the name. Probably a lot of these cards I'm butchering them. But so when this card is activated, you can add one Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand. So it's your Searcher, your Rhoda. You can search out your, say, Medusa, your Cezreal. It basically searches your entire deck. Then once per turn during the damage count, if your Evil Eye monster is attacked while an Evil Eye of Selene is equipped and is in your spell or trap card zone, you can make the battle damage you take from this battle also inflicted to your opponent. So it's a way to protect you from maybe get one-shotted or go into a weird draw stance. That actually did come up a few times when I was playing with this deck, so it's pretty cool. Then, if you target one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard, you can add to your hand. Oh, if this card is destroyed by, let's say, while it's in the field spell zone, you can target one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, so it floats back an Evil Eye. So, really cool. It's interaction with the field spell, really good. Then, of course, we have our main Searcher deck. We have Awakening. Again, searching is all what this deck kind of does, and it's pretty good. Consistently getting the boards it wants. Special summon one Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, you can special summon it right from your deck. So, insane. And be able to special summon right from the deck is just nuts. Next, we have a couple of one-ofs. We have one Repose, one Confrontation, and one Reemergence. Now, Repose is pretty neat. You can, so when this card is activated, you can bash one Evil Eye card from your graveyard, draw one course, or allows you to dig a little deeper. Then once per turn after damage count, if your Evil Eye monster equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene attacked an opponent's monster, you can bash that opponent's monster. So it's a way just to get rid of it. Kind of like a, let's say Blue Eye's Twin Burst effect on it, if you will. Then if this card is a spell and trap card is destroyed by opponent's a card effect, you can target up to 3 your banished Evil Eye cards, return them to the graveyard. So pretty cool there to recycle back your banished resources. Now we have Confrontation. If you control an Evil Eye monster, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. So, it's a way to out Mystic Mine, essentially. So that's pretty good there. And then if you do an Evil Eye of Selene's in your spell and trap card, you can banish a destroy card instead. So this is basically your in-deck out to Mystic Mine. Then Reemergence basically gives you a token on activation. You can special summon an Evil Eye token. Or if Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell or trap card, you can special summon 2 instead. But for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except for Fiends. So, oh well, it locks you in the Fiends, not a big deal, because all our extra deck is almost all Fiends. Then you can bash this card from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot target Evil Eye spell or traps you control with card effects this turn. So, pretty good. Protection, the token spam, it's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty nice. Well, that is it for our Evil Eye spells. Now we're going to go into our draw power, because this deck doesn't care for extra decks, so you might as well get our Pot of Greed in here. Say 3 Pot of Extravagances. Nothing more to say about this. It just says draw 2 cards in this deck, so helps our already insane consistency even more. 1 Terraforming for the field spell, of course. Now for our traps. I'm a sucker for in-archetype counter traps, so we are rocking the in-arc counter trap. We have 3 Evil Eye Retribution. When a spell or trap card is activated while you control an Evil Eye monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it. And if Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, this card's activation and effect cannot be negated. So you basically have a spell speed 4 non-response counter trap to any spell and trap card activation. So pretty good there, not gonna lie. Then we have couple of one-ofs traps. We have 1 Defeat and 1 Mesmerism. Defeat, if you control an Evil Eye monster, you can target 1 monster on the field, or up to 2 instead if you control the equipped spell. In your then you can return them to the hand, so this is kind of like just bouncing cards. Get them off your opponent's side of the field. Then, if your opponent special summons a monster, activate this card by targeting one of those those summoned monsters in attack position with attack less than the Evil Eye monster you control. And you can take control of it. Then when that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. But while Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, this card makes it be treated as an Evil Eye monster. So, pretty cool. You basically have a built-in deck mind control and basically a compulse. So, pretty good. I really like the traps in this. Next, we do have 3 imperms, because, hand traps, there's lots of space in this deck. Might as well get really good hand traps in it. 3 imperm. Hits problematic cards, stops monster effects, really good. Especially with this format being so, say, new and so young. Say Infinite Impermanence hits a lot of, like, generic rogue stuff as well. So if something tries to get up in the format, you're better, prepared for those, say, random rogue decks that are coming up. Then I decided just to throw in, say, 2 Solemn Warnings. I mean, it's basically Judgment, but not all what Judgment can do, of course. but it stops those initial summons of monsters, which is really important. Basically, it's just in here for monster it's a negation without paying half our life. So, pretty good. I love Solemn Warning, plus you don't see Solemn Warning being run that often, so I decided to give it some love and actually try it out, and I really do love its effect, and it's just one of the, say, of the three, it's kind of one people forget about the most, but still an insanely good card. Now, extra deck, most of the stuff is just optional because it is an extravagance deck. 3 Phoenix, of course, and 3 Unicorn for our Nightmare plays. 1 IP to go into your Unicorn, of course, that classic play. Transmenia for spell destruction, spell and trap destruction. Bomber for monster destruction. Boral's Sword to push for games. Access Code Talker for the same purpose. We want to push for OTKs. Then, of course, we have our, let's say, Evil Eye Link monsters. We have, say, 3 Gorgon, the Empress of the Evil Eye. Insane, sending nutty card. Then we have our big Evil Eye, Ruler of the Evil Eye. That's Ezekiel. Insane card. Basically, if you use link someone using a monster with 2600 or higher attack as material, he gets a double attack. So basically, they do a similar thing like that Salamangreat does, where you can link them up into another one and gain an effect based off in that, which is pretty cool. Then a quick effect, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it, so it does have a destruction and quick effect, which is pretty neat. I mean, it does target, unfortunately, but oh well. Then you can only use the effect once per turn, obviously. Then once per turn during your next standby fade, after this effect was activated, negate the effect of one effect monster this card currently points to, which it can come in handy because it does have a front-facing arrow. But that is it for the Evil Eye deck. I mean, it's definitely not meta. It's just a fun deck to bust out during these weird times, especially during after a ban list where a bunch of rogue will be running around and a bunch of weird decks, and you will pick up victories with this deck because most people don't know what the heck Evil Eye can do. But this has been my deck profile. Leave your comments down below on what you think. I say how you play Evil Eye and some different strategies that so we can share around and see how they go. Well, see if you enjoyed the video though. See, leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. See, ring the notification bell so next time I upload a video, something like this or something just completely different, so you'll be notified. But say until my next video though, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye bye.